Hello, welcome to my channel. We're just going to get another general message from Spirit and see what comes out today. Thank you everyone who subscribed to my channel, liked and commented on the videos. I appreciate you guys so much. Welcome to everybody who is new. If the video resonates with you, I would love if you would subscribe as well. Please remember these are collective readings and not everything will resonate with you necessarily, but that's okay. Just take what does and leave the rest behind. Also, there is no gender, so you can change the roles as you need to. I just read what's on the card so it doesn't get confusing. Ten of Swords. The Hangman. Page of Pentacles. I heard, why did I wait so long? Eight of Swords. Seven of Cups. Ace of Wands. Judgment. Ten of Wands. So I feel like somebody is in that energy of thinking that like they have no more chances with you, or just have no chance with you at all. I feel like there's an energy of this person being in deep regret for not coming forward and telling you how they feel. They knew all along that you were the person that they wanted to be with, but for whatever reason, I feel like it was fear with these tens here. I feel like they, in their mind, would like get themselves to a place where they didn't feel good enough, right? So in their mind, they would talk you up to this really incredibly high place. They would put you on this pedestal that seemed unreachable, where they felt they could never get to. I feel like they would try to work on themselves and they would be like sucked back down to low vibrational energy. I feel like it's an energy of their immediate environment, like the people that they're around, or maybe the activities that they engage in, that kind of thing. I feel like that's more on the low vibrational side. It can be different for everybody, but I'm seeing people drinking, I'm seeing people with substances, and just kind of like a party environment, that kind of thing. But it can be different for everyone, but it's an energy of kind of being like sucked into a lifestyle and not really being able to break free, knowing that they wanted to move forward but not feeling strong enough, then beating themselves up because they kept going backwards instead of going forwards. I feel like they feel really bad that it's almost like energetically brought you down because they knew that they were pulling on your energy to try to keep them moving forward. Not in a bad way. I don't feel like they were trying to like siphon your energy. It was more motivational, right? So they wanted to eventually meet you on that pedestal, but they were feeling like they were never going to get there, right? So it's kind of like the light at the end of the tunnel. That's how they thought of you. In this Ace of Wands energy, I feel like they thought of you as the light at the end of the tunnel, but I feel like they had a lot of like energy around them that kept pulling them backwards, that they felt they couldn't break free from. So I feel like this is a very cyclical energy. I feel like they, would engage in these activities or whatever it was that was bringing their energy down. They would like reflect on this and say, okay, I need to start new. I need to move forward. I need to disconnect from this. They would get in their head about, how am I going to do this? How am I going to disconnect from this? I know this is a person that I want to be with, but how am I going to get there? So then it would come back into this burden energy. I feel like this was just a complete cycle that they kept like looping in. Can I get some more on this person? The Emperor. Eight of Cups. Four of Wands. Queen of Swords. Strength, the Sun, the Four Cups, and the Three of Swords. I feel like this person was dealing with somebody from their past. It feels like an ex here, somebody that they walked away from. I feel like it was this Queen of Swords. I feel like this Queen of Swords found out that this person, this Emperor, was in the energy of this, the sun and the strength, wanting to heal, wanting to move forward, wanting to grow, wanting to evolve, right? And it put this person into the Four of Cups and the Three of Swords because this person knew that they didn't have the intention to change within them. They didn't want to change. They didn't see anything wrong with the way that they were living. They felt perfectly happy with their lifestyle. So when they felt this person's energy shift and want to move away from that lifestyle, they were like, oh my gosh, like started freaking out, like I'm losing this person, like I feel like it was just kind of a spiral for this person, the energetic hit of this person leaving. So I feel like there's the energy of this Queen of Swords trying to get this person to view them in a different way. It's like, no, look, I can be like stable and happy and loving and make this beautiful home space or whatever, you know. It's an energy of like trying to, it's like gaslighting is what it feels like. I feel like this Queen of Swords was trying to gaslight this Emperor to believe that they were really their future, right? Like, no, look, we can work on our relationship. We can make this work, right? I can grow with you. We can do this together. Knowing that they had no intention of changing, but just didn't want to let this person go. So I feel like this energy here is definitely connected to this Queen of Swords because I do feel like this Emperor, I feel like this is their energy, you know. I feel like they have walked away from this person. I feel like they are in the energy of trying to heal and grow. I feel like, and I keep trying to kind of like push these aside because I feel like they are trying to create distance. But like I said, this person is still trying to like latch on and gaslight this person to be like, no, look, we can do this together, you know. But I feel like this person knows that it's gaslighting or, you know, misleading and not the truth of the situation, that this person knows they have to disconnect from this person to really come into the healing that they need to. Can I get some more of the Emperor? Eight of Wands. Page of Wands. King of Swords, and then I heard that's not who I am anymore. The Moon. Yeah, I feel like with the Moon and the King of Swords here, I feel like this is their unhealed version, right? So I feel like this was this Emperor's energy before they disconnected from this Queen of Swords. I feel like they were in a partnership. I feel like it was not healthy for either one of them. I feel like they were sharing this low vibrational energy together. And I feel like this person wanted more, so they turned inward. They started to do the work and the healing that they needed to be able to disconnect from this person and, you know, unfortunately leave this person behind, but they made a choice not to want to grow. And so this person closed out that cycle with this person, with the Queen of Swords. And I feel like this is like a past version. I feel like this is the new version. I feel like this Emperor, they're coming into their power, they're doing the healing, they're walking away, they're leaving this space. And the the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands, I feel like that's an energy of wanting to come forward and tell you this information that they have, you know, created the distance that needed to be created, that they've been working on themselves to raise their vibration and disconnect from this energy up here. And I feel like this is them wanting to come forward and tell you about it. I need some more of the Emperor. The Magician. I heard awestruck. Temperance. The Fool. I feel like this person thinks of you as like, I heard a portal. Yeah, I feel like they think of you as, I don't know how to describe it. It's like this energy that pulled them out of darkness, honestly. So they had an encounter with you, right? Like, I don't feel like you guys were in a relationship, but I feel like they met you. And I feel like they felt the energy that you embody, right? You're in this temperance energy. You're very loving. You have a very healing energy about you. Warm and inviting and encouraging, magical, right? Very carefree. This is your energy here. The Magician, the Fool, and Temperance. But it like lit them up, right? With all this light here in the hat. I feel like that's the energy that you kind of, I was going to say throw at people, but it's not like a forceful thing. It's just kind of like something that happens, right? It's like your energy just kind of like floats onto somebody. It's more like a cloud energy, right? Very soft and kind of just like pushes through the environment, right? not forceful, just very soft. And this person experienced that, and I feel like that was the energy that helped them to come out of the darkness here, right? And come out of this energy here where they kept doing this repeat cycle of staying in this low vibrational energy and letting themselves get sucked back into this gaslighting from the Queen of Swords that they used to be with. I feel like it was like a in the back of their mind kind of thing where they would think about what you embody, right? Think about this beautiful energy that exists outside of this negative energy, right? And I feel like it pulled them into their Emperor energy here. It pushed them into their healing because they wanted to do better. They wanted more out of their life. They didn't want to stay stuck. They didn't want to keep repeating these toxic energy cycles, right? They wanted to grow. They wanted to evolve. And I feel like they used you as like the guide of where to go, right? So it's like this energy of being pulled forward. I feel like they're just very grateful. I feel like there's an energy of kind of wanting to come forward and just like give you a hug and say thank you, because I don't feel like you know the extent of how much you helped this person. And they want you to know that because I feel like they're very grateful. Like I said, I feel like they feel that you were the catalyst for their healing. They feel like you were the person that led them out of darkness, even if you don't know that that's what you did. I feel like this person used you as a guide, like I said, to motivate themselves to get to this higher vibration that they're on now in the Emperor energy and close out this cycle with this Queen of Swords and their old version, the King of Swords. To close that out, to close out this toxic energy up here, and to move forward in their healing. And I feel like they want to just say thank you for that, along with telling you how they feel. I feel like they have this like overwhelming sense of like love and admiration that they also want to share with you. Here's some more. Here's some more of this Emperor. What are they going to do? Nine of Pentacles. Or excuse me, Six of Pentacles. I heard balance the scales. Ten of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. So I feel like that's the energy, Knight of Cups and Ten of Cups. I feel like that's the energy of them wanting to come forward and tell you their truth, because I feel like they're just like overwhelmed with gratitude, honestly. Like it's a very overwhelming feeling that I'm feeling. Like I kind of want to cry, like I kind of want to like jump up and down. Like it's this really overwhelming energy of like joy and happiness and relief and excitement for the future. You know what I mean? Because this feels very heavy, and I feel like them being able to come out of that darkness is freeing. You know, it's like the energy of this card, right? Like see the rays coming from the heavens, right? Like that's the energy that I feel like this person is embodying. I feel like they're standing in the sun, just like so happy for the future, so excited for new things, right? Like to almost like start over and live in a different way and be heart open and no longer be manipulated by people in their life and no longer be dragged down to a low vibration because of their immediate environment, right? They stood up for themselves. They did the healing. They had the strength to focus on that healing and grow from that healing. And in the back of their mind, they always thought of you as this way of, following the light is kind of the energy that I'm getting. Like they saw you as the light, right? So they were following the light. And I feel like they want to say thank you. I feel like they also want to come forward and tell you that they see you as their Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. They want to come forward with a love offer because they feel like they want to do for you what you did for them, right? Not that you need to be saved or not that you need to have anybody do anything for you, but they want to give back something to you as a thank you, right? They want to energetically, if anything, just kind of let you know how special you are. So I feel like that's what they're going to do. I feel like they have, I feel like they're on their way to tell you thank you. I feel like they're on their way to tell you how they feel, and they're hoping for the best. So let's get you some oracles. I'm not underestimating my own magic anymore. Magic, power, beginnings, transformation. 100%. This is that person's energy, right? So they are feeling like they're living in their magic. They're no longer dimming their own light. They're no longer living low vibrationally. They're no longer allowing people to take advantage of them. They are following their inner magic, right? They're following their inner light, which is leading them towards you, which they always viewed you as like the light at the end of the tunnel, right? So I feel like they're feeling a lot more matched to your energy because they've done so much healing, so much clearing, and now they want to come forward and tell you about it. So I hope that brought you some clarity. I hope that resonated for you. Please like, subscribe, or comment below. I would love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.